This is an overview of a beautifully written and illustrated book by the author Shel Silverstein called The Giving Tree. This session is to introduce the Giving Tree to anyone who loves reading to children, SRE teachers, parents, carers and friends of children. Having shared this book with all ages from 5 to 80 years old, it's not just children who loved it. One student told me he even had a copy in Mandarin. So whether you're familiar with the story or not, you can be reminded or introduced to it. And often hearing stories again, we hear them differently. And good stories have the magic to fire imaginations of all ages. So the story begins with a tree who loves a little boy. Every day, the boy goes to the tree and plays in her shade. He makes fallen leaves into a crown and he imagines he's a king. He climbs her trunk, swings from her branches, and eats her apples. Along with the sympathetic joy that the tree feels for the presence of the boy, there is a magic that the boy and the tree can speak to each other. Each day, the tree welcomes the boy. Come, boy, climb my trunk, swing from my branches, eat my apples and rest in my shade. The boy loves the tree, and the tree is happy. However, as time passes, the boy grows older, and the tree is often alone. Then one day, the boy comes to the tree and is welcomed as usual. Come, boy, and climb my trunk, swing from my branches, eat my apples and rest in my shade. But the boy, who is now older, says, I'm too big to climb and play. I want to buy things and have fun. Can you give me some money? Oh, I'm sorry, says the tree. I have no money, only leaves and apples. But if you can take my apples and sell them in the city, then you shall have money. So the boy gathers all the apples and takes them away, and the tree is happy. The boy stays away for a long time, and the tree is sad. Until one day the boy returns, and the tree shakes with joy. The boy, who is now a man, is offered the usual welcome to come, play, climb and rest in the tree. But he says, I'm too busy. I want a house to keep me warm. I want a wife and children. Can you give me a house? Of course, the tree could not give the boy a house, but instead offers its branches, so he has wood to build his house. And the boy cuts all the tree's branches and takes them away to build his house. Now the boy stays away for a very long time, and the tree is often lonely. When he does come back, the tree is so happy she can hardly speak. She whispers the usual welcome to come and play. The boy says, I'm too old and sad to play. What I need is a boat to take me away from my troubles. Can you give me a boat? Tree thinks for a moment. Cut down my trunk and make a boat. Then you can sail away and be happy. So the boy cuts down her trunk for his boat, and the tree is happy. Well, not really. In the end of the story, a very old man returns, just needing a quiet place to sit and rest. The tree now has only its stump to offer, but it's just what the old man needs. And at the end of the story, an old man sits down on the tree's stump to rest. And with this, the tree is happy. So I like taking my time to share stories like this with young people, not to do them too quickly. Ideally, getting them to read, even if you have to help them with the big words. I find showing the pictures on each page as the story is read really adds another dimension to the sensory appreciation of the story. If you go, or as you go from page to page, ask the students what they see in the pictures on each page. It might just surprise you. And leave plenty of time, spaces or pauses for the listeners to absorb and just take in each stage of the story. In fact, it's not necessarily to read it all in one go. Maybe read it over several bedtime readings. I also find it's good to ask questions to get the young ones thinking and draw out the values in the story. How did the story make them feel? What touched them most about the story? And what about the boy? What characteristics did he show? Initially, joy, curiosity, then as he grows older, craving and wanting for material things. And are there other values such as love, compassion, and kindness contained in the actions of the tree or the boy? If we ask young ones these questions, they have many others values that they may have seen in the story. And of course, there's one big metaphor running through the whole story, that is humankind's connection and interaction with nature. So finally, you might like to ask young ones whether they've been the beneficiary of someone's generosity of giving from a friend, a parent, or a teacher. And perhaps can they give examples of how they might express generosity themselves to their friends, to their parents, to their teachers. So these are just a few suggestions that questions you could choose from. But providing young people with an opportunity to express themselves in a safe environment where they can be heard without judgment is a wonderful way to engage their self-esteem. This book is available for borrowing from the children's collection in the Buddhist Library in Sydney. And you can access the library's website for the titles held there and join the library should you wish to borrow books. My name is John Barclay, and as you seeing this video, whether you're a parent, a teacher, or a carer, I wish you every success in sharing it.